I am live and I am here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I am here. Welcome. I know it's supposed to be 2 o'clock. I know it's supposed to be 2 o'clock, but I myself said, what is this on my nose? What is that? Never saw that before. Um, I know it's early. It's 1:30, but I wanted to start a little bit earlier today, so I'm gonna knock out I'm gonna knock out all the stuff I'm supposed to knock out right now before I start. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that done now. I'm gonna start with the Get Upside challenge. Okay, for those of you who are just joining in, this is Hot Facts with Robert Reese. Okay, this is every Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Just today, I just happened to go on a little earlier. So yes, yes, yes. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into my Get Upside app here. So the Get Upside, I have a Get Upside challenge here, and what the Get Upside challenge does, okay, it is I am actually saving up. Okay, I'm saving up all of the money that I get from the Get Upside gas stations. I am only going to Get Upside gas stations for the whole year, and I'm going to stack up and save up and show you guys where I am at. Right now, I am at 40. I went to the gas station this morning for also $43.91. $43.91. Okay, this is what I got right now. I'm going to stack this up for the remainder of the whole year and show you guys exactly what I got. I know it's a little early. I just felt like starting a little early today, and we are still going on till the regular time. So we are still going on. Got a lot of good stuff to talk about. Ooh, a lot of good stuff to talk about. I was able to go ahead and catch. What's up, Robert Beach Rome? What's up, man? How you been? How you been? Ooh, 5 tip alerts today. Man, that's hey. Congratulations. Have you been keeping up with my man TFT? He's been doing a really great thing. Um, did a whole video dedicated to him. But today it's going to be a really great. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. I was actually able to catch Steve on a rodeo ride share. He had a very good panel there today. Pedro was on there with him and Atlanta. I don't know if you guys watch her, but I started watching her maybe like a month ago. She's in the UK, and I found out about her through a guy that I watch in the UK who rides a scooter. He goes by the name of Peace. He's under. If you check my channels, he is under there. It starts with it's Peace Jag, and I cannot pronounce the rest. But he is over there in the UK also, and I learned from her through him. And she was on there. He had a couple other. I know Gig Lebowski was on there, and I do forget the other gentleman's name, but he always has great information whenever I see him on. So big ups to them. It was actually a really great roundtable that Steve put on. I was glad to be able to watch that. And before I watched that, there were a couple of drivers this morning from DoorDash, and they were upset about the new thing that they're saying that they'll check you out if you don't accept 3 orders. People are going all crazy about this. It's been in every single app that does this, especially with the food. It's been in every single way. They just reworded uh, every now and then to make it seem fresh, just to create some urgency. But if you do notice, we even get that on Uber Eats, and it's no big deal on actually what's going on. It's no big deal. Nothing changes on how you're doing your thing. The only thing that changes is you have to stay logged in if you want to keep driving, or you just hit the button if you're done. Because when they see that orders are going into a certain driver, okay, and they're not picking them up, then they don't know if something's wrong. If something's wrong, are you not? Did you turn on your app on accident? Things like that. So all they're doing is they're just trying to check and say, hey, are you still active? Yes or no. If you're active, you go ahead and hit and continue to work. If not, then you hit the button and sign off. It's that easy. They're not going to do anything. It's the exact same thing. It's been going on like that for a long time. Every app has it. All you have to do is just work when you want to work, and not work when you don't want to work. They do it on Uber, and we can clock in whenever we want. First, they send you a message that says, "Are you okay? Do you still want to drive?" And you just hit yes, that you still want to drive. They do that if like it's been inactive. Now, when orders are coming into you and you don't accept the orders, then they bump you off because they think that you're not by your phone, being attentive by your phone. So they'll bump you off, and all you have to do is just log back in. Now, when they say it's going to accept your acceptance percentage, yes, it's going to accept your acceptance percentage because those are orders going in that you're still not taking anyway. So it's just affecting it in the same way. The only way to raise your acceptance percentage is just to accept more orders, but they're just doing that to make way so that whoever is going to take the orders, they're going to take them. That's how it goes. So whenever someone does not take the order, you're helping them with their stats on why they should be doing certain things. So if you're not aware of your app, and they send you a few, hey, if I was the creator of the app also, and I see that we just sent someone 4 orders and they're just not accepting any, I'm gonna bump them off, and if they're ready to drive, they'll just sign back in. It's the exact same thing. There is nothing changing. People are like, oh, whoa, 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 all this other stuff. It's been like that, and they just reword it different every single time. If you notice, it says check out or go back. That means check out means that you really don't have the time to drive. Go back means, oh, no, 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 I just missed it, so I'll go back and drive. That's what it is in a nutshell. That is what it is. Do not think anything else of that. Okay, do not think anything else of that. That is all it is right there. Okay, now when I did go ahead and check in for the video with Steve and rideshare rodeo, what I was doing is I went back and I was checking my videos, and the video that and this is where, when you got to be way real, you got to be way real. Okay, you just got to be way real. When real recognizes, the grind, what I'm saying, that someone's doing, you got to let them know. Okay, so the introduction video on how Pedro responded, with the no tip no trip thing, and he invited me on, that initial video hit 1K a few days ago. I forgot to bring it up because it hit 1K. I have shorts that hit 2.8 and 1.8 and things like that, but this was the first video on this channel that hit 1K so far. So that video hit 1K. So I went to go ahead and check the live stream from the debate that we had, okay, or the interview, or whatever it is you may say. So I was checking the numbers there. He's at 7,996 views on his. I also streamed the exact same interview. Okay, so I have on mine, it's like 284 views on that one. Okay, so that's 8,000 right there. Okay, so that's 8,000 right there, and then with the 1,000 from the one that initially got that in, okay, that's 9,000 right there. Okay, now there's 2 more videos. One is there's one directly before, and then one directly after. The one directly before has quite a few views, and the one directly after and the one directly after also. Okay, so what that means is when you add those in, it's closer to 11,000 views and 3.5 weeks. Okay, so that's 11,000 views in 3.5 weeks, and I got to give a shout out to Pedro, simply because when I'm going on these other lives and things, there's always someone that is going to bring up Pedro's name, and that's because he has a ton of active subscribers, and that's just credit to what he puts out and what people like. So from getting 11,000 views, so getting 11,000 views on from directly with Pedro in 3.5 weeks is what's up, man? What's up, man? It's I'm gladly appreciative of that, because like I said before that, I wouldn't have met Steve and all these other people that I've been meeting. Hannibal wrote a comment before I even knew who he was. Things like this. So that's a blessing right there, because the first video I did, that was just me. The video is titled "Setting the Record Straight." No tip, no trip, no disrespect. That's the title of that video, and that video dropped a month ago. So that video hit 1K. Then directly, maybe like I give it maybe like few days or a week after that, we had the debate. Okay, the debate right now on Pedro's channel is 7,992, and over on mine it's closer to 300, 287. So that's 9,000 views right there. And there's two more videos. Oh, there's three. The recap. So there's three more videos right there that add in to another 1,100 views right there. So that's 11K views in just about a month. And that's because of the active subscribers that Pedro has. They've been coming in saying and letting me know, I heard about you through Pedro and things like that. So I appreciate that. I didn't really pay attention to it at first, but I really just looked, and that's 11,000 views right there and in a month. And if you look at the past live stream from the debate, it is his highest rated, most viewed live he has ever had. So I want to give him a big thanks for that. For him having the most active subscribers that go into his channel, and I have the highest rated view count on a live, and he does a live for all these weeks. I want to thank him for that. Because of that little step in, I'm able to share my voice a little bit more. So I want to give a big ups to Pedro on that, because that's what happened. I just checked, and it's official. It is his highest rated live he's ever had, and that's 11,000 views and 3.5, 4 weeks. Thanks to that, and I was able to meet some people who share the same identities, and they're teaching me, and hopefully I'm teaching them back. And this was a very great thing to take note of. And Pedro, if you are watching, if you ever catch this, if you go on Pedro's channel, let him know that he's got a big good a really big heartfelt shout out right there in the beginning of this. So that's all good. Thanks, man. He said, keep doing you, brother. Thanks, man. I'm just trying to stay consistent and do my thing, and luckily doing my thing you people like, you know what I mean? So I'm glad that I can go in there and do that, because I'm competitive. Okay, so I might come across sometimes, like especially to some of these gig tubers out there. They might they might think that, oh, he's coming at me aggressive or something else like that. No, it's words. You have to read the words and not take everything aggressive. But I like to, like, strike a little fire underneath someone, just to keep the dialogue going back. Everything is all love. Everything is all respect. There's only a few. There's only a few out there that I just cannot support. But outside of that, man, this is all love and it's all support. And I like to just throw stuff at people sometimes, just to see how they're gonna react to it, man. Just so that we can keep a good banner going back and forth. Because that makes for the best content. And then what that does with the content, it makes it so that when you're going out there, you're really out there like, hey, man, I got something to let these people know. I got something to say. I got something to show. So that is what it's all about. I went into this morning to start my shift at Polly's Pies. This place is a major pickup in my area. I make a lot of money at Polly's Pies, okay, picking up their stuff. And what happened was, there was an employee there who was brand new, and there was another employee there. Okay, and she was showing the new employee exactly how to input everything on each app: Grubhub, DoorDash, Postmates, Uber Eats. She was showing him how to do it all the way broken down, and that was so cool because I was just recording in there, and then they were right behind me. So while I just stopped talking and just kept recording, because that goes all like with what we do. You had someone that works there that's spending the time to actually show someone how to use the apps and how to do everything, which helps out us when we actually go in there. So that was like a perfect training session on how to actually do it. I'm using today as my half day. So after I go out later on, that's gonna be part of the video for tonight, because I do a half day once or twice a week. Okay, so I do a half day, but that actually happened. The Polly's Pies actually did a You're Watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese, so I gladly appreciate that. And one of the employees, her husband has a channel called Twisted Minds. Okay, and I went on there, right, and check this out. I She told me it's about like paranormal activity and stuff, but no, all these unsolved cases and mysteries and stuff that are just floating out there that people have forgotten. He has over 400 and something thousand subscribers. Any cold cases out there, they bring them back up, and they bring them back up, and then you get to watch. So that was kind of cool to see. I told her that if I check it out, I'll go ahead and shout it out there. It was nothing that was going against what I do or anything. It's just a lot of old files and cold cases that they just brought back up. And if someone wants to figure out, look at my daughter getting some FaceTime from her cousin. But if someone ever wanted to check up on any of a cold case, or if you've seen like unsolved mysteries on TV and stuff, a lot of that stuff is on there, and you can go ahead and watch how it's broken down and all that stuff. And that's Twisted Minds. And I'm guessing it's titled Twisted Minds because if you sit there all day and watch that, your mind will be twisted. So yes. So back to this right here. Let's go ahead and untwist that, unravel that, but go ahead and check it out on your own time. Um, woo! He said, Pat Riley the Mac. What's up, man? What's up, man? Hello there, Robert. Tip alert today. Got a $10 cash tip alert on Apple Store delivery. Ooh, look, people, look. Did you see what that says? Apple Store delivery. I'm telling people, a lot of people turn these orders down because it's just upfront pay. When the people meet you at the door, when they're getting their iPhones, the one that they've been waiting for, and they don't want to drive there and get it, you are delivering these products to them. They tip well for those. If you are a person that turns those down, please do not turn those down. You are throwing away potential money that's just sitting there. And if you say, well, no one tips, you can't think like that, man. You can't think like that. That's a $10 cash tip. That's 2 gallons of gas in California right there. Not even 2 gallons of gas. That's under 2 gallons of gas. She needs like $2 more to get 2 gallons of gas. That's an extra $10. In some states, that's 2 gallons and a little bit more. Okay, people, and that's a tip alert. Tip alert. Robert B. Drone said he got 5 tip alerts today, people. For everyone new that's joining in, a tip alert is when you have already done your job and the customer goes ahead and gives you a little bit more. That is a tip alert. I got a tip alert last night. Okay. Tip alerts are cool. When you get a tip alert, people, that's money that you normally would not get. And that's how people should think about this. A tip alert is money that you normally would not receive. So it's really extra money. And the extra money is the money that you are trying to get from people when you're doing the job. Okay. And that's just out of great service right there. Okay. Said I got a $20 tip. Okay. At the door. Whoo, thank you for the tips, brother. No problem. Are you guys, look, I got a $20 tip at the door. Now, I know you guys, some people go in a lot of these other lives, and I've been in a lot of these lives and in these chats and in these rooms, and there's a lot of people saying people don't give cash tips. It doesn't happen all the time. Well, I'm just inviting those people in to come into Hot Facts with Robert Reese and see how many tip alerts that people are getting nonstop. And if people want to challenge that, all they have to do is sit in the lobby and see how many tip alerts come. And then that should change someone's mind and say, hey, if all these people are getting extra money by just implementing something that's a little bit different from what I do, I don't got to take everything, just a little bit. I am going to do that. And as you see, look, that's $20 right there. That's $30 right there. I don't know the total dollars for Robert B. Drones right there, but I know the tip alert that I got last night was $12. Okay. So I got a $12 tip alert. Okay. So that's 20, 32, that's $42, and I'm getting Robert got 5. So his 5, I'm gonna say 5. I'm gonna give him $12. I'm gonna give him $12. Okay, so I'm gonna say $54 extra right there raised for tip alerts. He says, great, man. He said, I met him while he was doing a DoorDash and teaching at the same time. Hey man, people, look, it is what it is. I'm out there really active. When someone says they're active, I understand an active driver. I'm an active advocate. I'm an active I'm an active everything. I am active out there. I like to help people. I was actually at the Rite Aid last night. I was just in there myself. I wasn't even on an order, and the cashier said, "Are you the DoorDash guy?" And I smiled, and I was like, yeah, you delivered to my house earlier. I got the Del Taco. The Del Taco was my very first order. Okay, so she said, sorry for the dogs. It was a leave at door. They were inside, and see, the customer apologized for the dogs at the place, and she said, I watch you. So there you go, people. See, there you go. And look, that's someone that lives in the area too. Okay, so and they are a customer of. They actually work in a place where I have to go and pick up. Okay, so don't you think that if I'm in a store and someone else is there that recognizing me and I deliver to them and I'm doing my job, don't you think that that person is going to be nicer to me when I go in there and my deliveries are going to be as smooth as they can be? That's all it's about right there. If you can control the aspect on how you do this thing, oh man, you can go way far. The whole goal is to have every drop off or every pickup as smooth as possible. And it can only be like that if you open yourselves up a little more. I've watched Pedro do this a few times where he'll go and talk to the staff and give them a little pep up. You know what I mean? He'll go ahead and do some stuff like that. Believe it or not, when you go into a place like that, some places they're getting beat down by these orders. Like they are getting killed and smacked by, let's say it gets busy, like with a bunch of people going in, and then they're understaffed, right? And then their app is on. And let's say now they get a rush on the app. Sometimes these people are getting smacked. They're messing up when they make the orders, which happened to me at Del Taco this morning. It wasn't mine. I just ordered a regular chicken burrito, and I guess they were so busy that the worker there, she made someone else's burrito wrong. And instead of throwing it away, she asked me, did I want it? Of course I said, yeah. So I got that one. And then coincidentally, my wife pulled up right next to me because she was starting her shift. And then I gave her the chicken burrito and I got the other one. And yeah. But they're getting smacked in there. So just giving them a little bump sometimes giving them a bump is good. So if you've never tried that, add that to your arsenal. You don't have to do much. You can do like, hey, thank you guys for always, even if they're not on time all the way, you can embellish it a little bit. Thank you guys for being fast. You know what I mean? So you can say stuff like that. Just give them a little bit of spirit. Hey Steve, how's it going, Steve? I caught the whole live, and I was in the beginning of this. You can go back and check when you started over that that Atlanta there. I've been watching her for about a month now, and I've learned about Atlanta through there's a guy. He's on my list that I watch. He's out there in the UK also, and his name is Peace Jag, and I can't pronounce the rest of it. I'm terrible with that, but if you go to my channels, he is there. He actually rides one of those electric bikes and does the deliveries. And what I've learned from watching him was they have special routes designed exactly for those bikes, and it's behind the apartments on dirt trails and all this stuff. So through him, I was able to actually I saw some of her videos and a few other people's videos in the UK. I've seen their videos, and I was like, okay, she's different. She actually sings while she's doing the deliveries, and I was like, okay. I wondered when you guys were doing the live. I had one of my questions was, I wonder, since out there they don't tip like that. They said that, you know, someone has to be really, really, really good for someone to give them extra. And I thought that that tied in good to what I do here, because I go on service, and if you come with the right service, someone's gonna tip you extra. And when she said that, that goes exactly with what I do here. So I was like, okay, someone said it from another country. She said it doesn't happen unless someone is really, really good. So that was cool. But I wanted to know if she's ever been caught singing while like going to someone's door and they've tipped her extra just because of that, because the Brits, you know, they don't tip over there. um that was that there. And in the beginning of this whole thing, I'll go ahead and rewind this. Steve, my video on how I introduced myself to Pedro on the uh um I said getting straight to the, I forgot what it's called again. Setting the record straight. No tip, no trip, no disrespect. That video hit 1K. So his live with me on that debate is, I just checked, it's his highest rated and watched live on all of his lives that he ever has on there. So it's at 8,000 there. Mine has 287 here, so it's above there. Then with the 1,000 there, that that takes it to 10,000. And there's three more videos that combine that I have right before and after, and the recap directly straight to that, that equal up another 1,100. So that's about 11K to 12K in 3.5 weeks to 4 weeks. And I was thanking Pedro for that, because that just shows that he has the most active users out there. And the people come and say, hey, we found you through Pedro. So that means that his subscribers are active, and because of their activity, they are able to come and check out the videos. So I'm giving him a way real, I'm giving him a all the way real shout out there. Um, so that's that there. Robert B. Drone, we got videos coming. I already have a great startup for the video that is going on tonight. That's good. So I'm doing a half day today. So I got a little bit of content earlier, just did a little bit to get something in, and then I'm gonna go out tonight. But the content that I got this morning was very, very good. There's a great teaching session that went on that I actually caught live. So that was very, very well there. Steve says that he's known Pedro for a long time. He's a great guy. Yeah. Pedro is really good. He's really good. I like to just strike him under his feet a little bit to keep his fire going. He's probably like, this dude Rob keep bugging me. I just like to keep people busy, man. I just like to keep people busy, because the greatest content comes from when you know that someone is trying to deliver a great product also. So if we are all trying to deliver a great product and stay a friendly, competitive thing, it is all the way good. I was able to meet him through you, and other personalities and people through Pedro. That's a testament there. And also, right here, what we just did was I just said that I that I challenge anybody out there who says that, you know, people don't tip and things like that. I challenge them to come and just come into my lobby and come in whenever they want to, because as you see right here, Robert B. Drone, if you scroll up there, it says Robert B. Drone had 5 tip alerts today. That's 5 times the customer tip extra above what they should have. Okay. Teresa there has a $10 cash tip from an Apple Store deliveries that people turn down because it's upfront money. But I preach, go take those because of the products that they are receiving to their homes, iPhones and computers and things like that. People are waiting on those laptops and iPads and notebooks. They're waiting on those, especially if they have a deadline. They're gonna tip you when you get there. She got a $10 cash tip. My man Pat Riley the Mac right there got a $20 tip at the door. Okay, so right there, you can, I don't know fully how much Robert D. Drone's tips were, but I'm guessing if he had five, it was at least $12. Okay, so I'm adding in 12 right there. That's $52 extra to three extra people spread out right there who got extra money off of doing just service, and people tip them more. So people that say that people do not tip, if you come in here and you see that people are getting tipped for doing these things that you don't want to do, I just challenge you to just take at least one or two. It's never going to hurt. It's never going to hurt. The only thing that you can do is add to. If you don't make anything, you didn't lose anything because you wouldn't have done it anyway. The only thing you can do is go up. That is the only thing. If you were on the ground, the only thing you can do is go up. So giving it a shot does not matter. And that goes into the very first one of the one I take every day, the rule. It's the first one. What is it going to hurt? It's the first one. It is the first one. What is it going to hurt? Am I going to do one delivery and be done all day? No. I'm going to do multiple deliveries. So I'm going to take the first one no matter what because it could lead me to something great. You see? That's how I do it. Steve said, I fully agree. He said, agreed. I said, I get huge tips on shift. He said, after the service is finished. He said, I was a bartender for 20 years. I don't get the tip before the service. Exactly. I don't know anyone that goes to the bartender and tips them ahead of time. First of all, you got to know if they put the right amount in there. First of all, it has to, if they even made it right. You know what I mean? If they got to go back okay. So Robert B. Drone said if they gotta go back and redo that drink, no, you're not getting hit the same. No, Robert B. Drone said 2026. Okay, so he got five tip alerts, okay, in a total for 26. Okay, so from that 52, okay, we're just adding in a little more there. Okay, so we're up there. $64 right there, people. People that just gave extra money. They gave extra money on top of what someone did. And here's where I don't do the groceries, and everyone knows, like, I don't. Me and groceries got a bad thing. If I signed up for groceries, I would not be able to shut the Lone Ranger off. I'm telling you, I would not be able to shut him up. Oh, I'll be fighting myself. Okay, but if you are doing the groceries and the Instacarts and things like that, you know what I mean? If you are doing those things, people do tip when you do take those. That's a full out service because you are shopping for a person. You are actually shopping for a person. So that right there in itself, people are like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and tip. That's why there's people that say, I don't mind being a Marine and doing Shipt and Instacart. They don't mind being the first ones in. You know what I mean? They don't mind just because of that there. You can get paid. I've seen there's a guy, a lighter skinned guy. I don't know if he's Puerto Rican or a light skinned black guy or I don't know, but he does Instacart and he goes and does his thing. And I see some orders, $182, 156, $78. Like he gets those, but I do know because I've done Instacart. Man, you got to shop per item and you got to be in the store. Sometimes you got to get down there on your knees. Man, I wore knee pads. I did not care. I've worked in a warehouse before. I went in there with knee pads on. You never know when you got to get on the ground all the way down there. You got to search everything. You got to call. There's so many items. You know what I mean? I said this is not for me, but that's why they pay out so well. But that's just not a thing for me. But you can get fat tips by doing that. My temperament on I have a temperament that is good when it comes down to work and stuff like that. But my annoyance level, my annoyance level, that's a whole different thing. It's like Carl Winslow and Steve Urkel's around. Uh-uh. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. What the heck is bothering me? You got to say that to yourself all day long when you're doing Instacart and Ship. Oh, I've never done Ship. I'm just guessing. But shoot. He says, He says, take it. First one, I do it all the time now. See, Robert B. Drone, people see the first one. And that's good you said that, Robert, because yesterday I did ask that question. Was there anyone that actually uses the rule? I know I use it. I don't want to just be, if people think the rule is dumb, hey, it can be dumb, but I use it. I want to see whoever else is dumb out there. And people, we are in America now, so dumb means dumb and good means good. Okay, because if you were watching Steve, okay, if you're not used to the Brits and how they speak, things are backwards there. Okay, and I've worked with them for a long time with different Brits, and even from the South Africans to Australians, to people in the UK, New Zealand. I've heard all the different twains and twines of it, Ireland, all the Scott. I've heard it all. And then I've got a chance to hear all the little things that they do different when they speak. So it was funny to hear, when she said it's not the dumb thing to do. We say it opposite. So we're here in America right here. So dumb is dumb and good is good. When I say boot, it does not mean the trunk of a car. Okay. That is not what it means. That means the boot. That means I'm putting the boot on your car or I'm walking in some Timberlands. Okay. That's what that means right there. He said, yeah, I do not do those either. No, sir. No groceries. Now, the thing about groceries, you can get injured low key with the groceries. The furthest I like doing is just to ordering pays at Rite Aid or 7-Eleven, just picking those up. But some of these groceries and some people do not keep up the landscape and the upkeep of their home the greatest. You know what I mean? So there are obstacles. I know when I went to a home before, they had extension cords like coming down the top and they were loose, and like you can trip and fall. I'm not trying to do all that while holding. And I'm a person that likes to do one trip and go. I'm not trying to hold all these things and fall and do this stuff. He says, my rule is never turn on. He says, never turn on at my house. Be a half-mile minimum from my house. Can't promise it works, but it sure has been lucky for me. Okay, people, see? You have to, and this goes into preparing for what you do. When you're doing this job, you got to have something that you have to go by every day. Every high school you go to, you have an alma mater. Every college you go to, you have an alma mater. You have something that you are going by. People, you have to have something when you're doing this. It's just the first step in the direction on where you want to go. That is what the whole thing is. You want to be able to be led to the finish line. That's the whole thing. And if you don't have something set up right from the jump, you're gonna start wandering off the course right when it starts. You gotta stay on course. And that's what the rule is. And that's like, Pedro says, bet on yourself. There's other people that have their own thing, and these things are set in place so that we can never lose sight of whatever it is that we are doing out there. And that's one thing that a lot of people, when you're doing this job, there's a lot of people that are just doing this job. I only want to work like an hour or two a week and things like that. I get it. I get it. You get people that are really part-time, you know what I mean? And this job is not, what, they use it for what they're using it for. And then you got people that actually drive. Okay, so if you are using this to actually drive, then you have to start writing things down and putting your own personal things down that you are going to go by. If you have nothing to go by, it will not work. And the reason why you want to do it yourself, because if you back out on the things you wrote down, it's going to force you to not quit on yourself. Okay, you cannot. It's going to force you to not quit on yourself. And that's why these things are good. I've seen some. I saw a really good video the other day of this guy put out Uber Eats video, and it was a while ago. And I was like, man, he got a lot of views on this video. So I click on his thing, and he only has 2 videos total. And I'm like, man. So see, he just does it. He just did a video. He does something else, but he just did a video. He documented his whole day, and I was like, wow, this dude got all those views. People watch what he did, so he has a talent there, but he doesn't. He probably never. he probably never, when he signed up to do the job, he probably never thought he was going to get all those views. But anytime you're doing something on camera before you start, you automatically know that people are going to watch. It doesn't matter if it's one or a million. You got to set yourself up. So if it's only one person, you can straightforward that. Now, we had some high weather right now in my area. It's really high. It's 100 degrees out there, and I know it affected even people out there ordering. Um, People didn't even want to order. I don't know if they felt sorry for the actual delivery guys or what, but that was crazy right there. And I also got a chance. I was checking out Hannibal, and there's a video he has that is hilarious, and I'm gonna go to it right now. Let me go to this video, and it's about the dude. I have a video up, and I was trying to figure out this guy's name, and I was like, yeah, the black guy, he does DoorDash. He has an acorn head almost. I wasn't shooting on him, but that was the way I know that someone was gonna recognize him, because his mom knows he's the only one with that head. Okay, nobody else has that head. So when I saw that Hannibal did a video about the guy, and I was like, yeah, because the guy was saying he doesn't get paid from doing all this stuff, and then he's talking about he's getting these gift cards and all these things. I'm like, man, they're paying you money, man. So you are getting paid. So I know a lot of the things, and I understand what he's saying. He's not getting paid because it was in gift cards and things like that. But for people to watch these videos and not think that at some point someone is going to start getting paid is unheard of. And if someone doesn't watch someone, because they got paid, then that's kind of knocking a hustle. Someone recognized what someone did, and they're pushing them on. If you watch what Atlanta has done out there in the UK, she's striking deals and right now being able to do things with the CEOs of the company. And you don't think that she's gonna turn down, she ain't gonna turn down them pounds. She's gonna accept those pounds, to where, like, when you really see if she's still putting out content, like if you see a person putting out content, one or putting out 3 videos a week or something else out there, they are still doing their thing. They're still putting out content. You can't knock them, because they're still putting out content, and they still have to go ahead and get that money, that they're still out there getting it, because their money still has to come from the content, unless you set up another stream of income that you have set up. And most content creators do not have another stream of income before they start this. I've ran my own personal training business for 15 years myself, solo, no gym, no anything, my own advertisements, no anything. Yeah, Bentley Coupe. Yeah, Bentley Coupe. I know how to run a business. I've been working for myself for a long, long time. So I know how to go out there and do this thing. Now Bentley Coupe, I I think he's really good if you are brand spanking brand new. If you are a brand spanking new driver, I think he is someone that you should definitely listen to. If you're trying to like, the things he speaks about are not things that go on Hot Facts and Pedro's channel or anyone else's that I've seen. The things that goes on his channel is kind of like the orientation pamphlet, when you're getting ready to sit in on that webinar or on that seminar. He's going to go down the major bullet points, and if someone has a question at the end, he'll go, but he really doesn't want any questions. He really doesn't want any questions like that, because I see what he's doing though. He came from the type of style of work he was doing. He wants to be the face. He wants to be the face. So I get what he's doing. I'm not knocking him if he's getting paid some extra, because at some point we all want to try to get paid some extra. If Uber wants to pay me for me helping them out, I will gladly get paid to help fix some issues. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm out there in the field. I can help them with some issues. I will gladly get paid to help them out. He said people just need to realize about Bentley is he is paid by DoorDash. He is not a full, yeah, he is not. But understand he works for them, and that's what people don't understand. That when you actually work for a place, they have a marketing department. They have someone that goes out there. He's a marketing specialist. That's what I normally do. I'm the sales director and I do the marketing, but I just do it for myself. They have someone that they put out there that has the face that people can relate to because they don't have that. He works for them. He found a way to actually work for him, so he works for him. Now he doesn't have to go out and do the grind. He probably goes out there and just shoots like I'm just gonna go just shoot at this place and shoot at that place and then he's done. But what he is doing is worth it for him because he started off driving. We start off in the office, then start driving and figured out a way to go ahead and work for the company that he was driving for. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not a W-2. It's not a W-2. I can tell you that. It's definitely not a W-2. And they're probably not, if he goes out there and drives, I don't know how it's working or if it's just footage that he's getting. If he's actually signing in and still getting paid for the footage that he's doing when he's doing it, that's a little bonus there. I can't knock that. But I do know that if you're trying to go and listen to the real about the real grind and what it takes and what's going on and all this other stuff, that's not the channel there. There's levels of these channels that I've been realizing. There's levels to this. And we got some people that are really soft at doing it. We got some people that are hard at doing it. We got some people that are like, so I'm figuring out the different lanes in this thing. And yeah, let me see. He said nothing wrong with it. Just understand that. Exactly, man. That's why I said you can't tap or try to check anyone's pockets out there. That is something that you just cannot do. Um, because remember, we all go ahead and start off somewhere. Okay. We all start off somewhere. And if it so happens that where you started off got you into a spot that's going to be a little weird, then that's what it is. And I don't know about you guys, but if you normally work at a place or you get to a place and you're normally someone that gets promoted fast and do all these things, once you move on to the other side, the other employees start talking behind your back. That's just the way it goes. They didn't want to do it. They were stuck in doing what they want to do. They didn't want to take that role because that's something that they were like, nah, nah, nah. And someone that did, they see someone doing good, they want, and then you don't talk to them. I'm always on that side but that's when the employees that do speak with you, those are like rock solid employees, and you are good with them all the time. But you do get that, people. The minute you switch up, and they feel you switched up, they just turn a little bit. All you did was just do a little bit something for yourself, but to each his own. Manage you. It's all about you. That's been that message that I've been trying to get out there to these people for the last little bit of time, and it's all about you. Don't check no one else's pockets, especially if we are all grown men. Okay, but at the same time, like I said, watch him if you're brand new. Okay, watch him if you're brand new. Drive with Mike if you're brand new, or my driver Mike. Watch him if you're brand new. There's a few other ones if you are brand new that you guys should be watching. If you are watching me, you can be brand new because I'm always teaching and educating no matter what. You can hop in and catch on a lesson and go right back. I'm here to do it like that. He says my content can be advanced sometimes, but that's why I am slowly building. But see, here's the thing right here. Okay, like you have the podcast, me myself, I listen to the podcast, like the Dan Patrick Show and all these other ones. I listen to them. I call into the podcast. I've been on all these podcasts. Like I call into them. Like when I'm listening to you, you have the same voice to me as Dan Patrick. You have the exact same voice to me. I like listening to your voice. But see, I'm one of the hybrids. I can actually download a podcast and I can actually watch it. What I do sometimes, which is weird, I'll listen and then I'll watch it it's weird. At the same time, sometimes at different parts, it's weird. But I'm one of the hybrids there. I'm able to do a podcast and uh do a vlog or a vidcast. You want to call this a vidcast. But technically, in a sense, all of these are still podcasts because someone is still going to be able to go back and rewatch it. You don't even have to ask, if you have the YouTube premium, you can have it in the background. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, I've checked that out, Steve. Yes, people out there, if when you do get a chance and you click on this, Steve has a remarkable track record, and his podcast is ridiculous. Check out the people who he interviews. He's not wasting his time with these interviews. I thank you for that. Because I feel like I feel great about that because he's not wasting his time with me at all. And I feel that when I'm watching these people, he's only doing it with certain people. He's only doing it with certain ones, and I'm thankful that he puts me in that caliber right there. But watch his videos, listen to his podcast, listen to the style of interviewing he does. He takes you all the way in, all the way out. He's all the way there, people. He travels all over the place and he gets it in. He also does articles. Okay, he writes articles. You can ask him to do anything. I'm probably going to be needing your services, sir, with something like that pretty soon. So I'm going to be needing a services for if you can do anything now, that would be great. I'll text you stuff or I'll text you stuff, send you some funds or something else like that. Just something I'm trying to get my name out there a little bit more. Uh you know what I mean? You've seen some videos, you've seen some lives, or you can if you think you can put something together or something else like that, let me know, brother. I will gladly appreciate that. Steve has a lot of great work out there, people. And people, you may look at the subscriber count and see like, oh, he has 500. So 500 subscribers. I don't care what no one says. If you just join in something and 500 people are listening to you, people, that is a lot. Okay, that is a lot. He's gonna get to 1,000 relatively quick because who he is interviewing are people. They are involved, and with whatever they are doing, they are the people behind the footwork, the voices you want to hear. And it doesn't matter what field you're in, he's interviewing these people. Okay, so you look at this subscriber count, that doesn't even go ahead and check him out on the podcast, and you guys will catch on up. You guys will catch all the way on up on who Steven Rideshare Rodeo is, okay? You guys will catch all the way up. And when you guys see his content come up, go ahead and check it out because the quality that you are getting from the man, you guys, for those of you who have never been on TV or have been in any type of environment like that, luckily I have many times. Steve is that. Okay, when you watch how he does his thing and everything, that is what it is. That's the quality. That's the quality that you are getting in the product that he is delivering out there. This is a business, people. And if you are good at your business, you want to stay good. And what he's doing is a great job, and he's letting people be heard. He's letting people voice themselves. And everyone is very respectful when they go on there. And that's just a testament on what the man does right there. So if you have not, go ahead and check out Ride Share Rodeo right there. Give the man some love. And yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Now check this out. He says he's got more views on videos than he has subscribers, people. Yeah, when you put something out like that, that's how it goes. Steve, I only have 301. Well, my first video was up on January 25th. That's when my very first video went out. So 70 something days, 302 subscribers. It's coming. It's coming, and these videos that I'm putting out, I'm getting some that I put out so many videos, it's kind of hard, but I have quite a few. I have quite a few that have way more than I have subscribers, and that just goes into people actually wanting to take a listen and take a look. When someone is saying something real, it's hard to tune out and turn your ears off. You know what I mean? And people, when you listen to his voice, he has the voice. I can probably use him to call a sports game, man. This dude is great. Um, but brother, man, if we can work something out, I'm trying to get something else. I'm trying. If you can write if you can write a little something about me, I can put that up someplace, have it on some of these sites or whatever else. Because I love your stuff. I really do. I told my cousin about you also. He does all my music. Actually, he just sent me a few new music tracks. So he does all my music on my channel. He produces and does that. Um, I have a very, very strong connection when it comes down to the music I can use and things like that. So I have my ASCAP and all that other stuff. So I am fully in the game. A lot of you people want to know what's ASCAP, okay? Okay, that's the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers, people. So I am part of ASCAP, okay? So I make sure when I'm doing these things, people, and that's why the hot facts and all this stuff. Like I said, people, this is what I do. This stuff is all going in there too. This stuff is all going in there too. He said that will give you views. He said send me some. He said send me your favorite video of yours. I'll put it up on the website and embedded video. Okay. Perfect. I'll go ahead and do some stuff like that. I gotta go back and search. I don't know. I got a few up there. If you can grab any of those, just if you can grab any of them from my channel, you know what? The one that comes up that says energetic Friday night or whatever, where I ran into the raccoon. I love that one. And there's that one, and then there's one that says, or any of these. That one particular. Oh nah, man. You know what? I really don't have a favorite. It's hard for me to pick one because every time I watch one, because I can't say which one is the favorite because the information that I have to give has to come on the fly from whatever situation I'm in. So everything just really goes off of what's going to happen. So I really do not have a favorite, even though there is one that I say best episode. That one's good. Yeah. Energetic Friday, best episode. Those two for sure. Those are up there. Gladly appreciate that, brother. Gladly appreciate that, man. Because I am a fan of your work and I was very, very impressed. So yeah, buddy. And I can't wait to get up there and speak in the same round table with Hannibal. I like how he delivers his thing, man. I don't see people don't understand. I apply for Stump the Schwab and all these other things. I've been on the Family Feud. I've been on a bunch of stuff, man. And like when I watch Hannibal and I'm watching, when I watch CNN, when I'm watching First Take, that is the door. When I'm watching ESPN, when I'm watching ESPN, when I'm watching CNN, when I'm watching Skip and Shannon and all these things. I like how I like the analysts. I like how they get in there and then, I like how they agree and then what they don't agree on. I like that. And that's what I respect about this whole thing. And I can't wait for a roundtable because I want to just see, I want to get questions from people from all over because it's going to be great to get some questions in. And I know Steve has a very good way of directing from what I've seen from all of his from everything that Steve is doing. He has a very good way of directing people. That's why I said the quality that you are getting, it's like he's Ernie Johnson on TNT. He's Ernie, okay? So he has a very good way of putting it around, putting the feel, doing all of that stuff. So I cannot wait. I'm already let my brother and some people know I'm going to be putting the thing up there so it can be linked and all that other stuff, Steve, because I want people to go ahead and see what you got going on too, because I do have some connections that, I do have some connections. I got some people doing some things and, you doing an interview with them or something else like that might work. Different things. I'll chop it up with you. A lot of people don't know I have a pretty good connection list. So I've done a few things in my time, and I've used this mouth a whole lot. When my wife first met me, we would go to a bunch of places, and she would say, "You know someone everywhere we go. You know someone everywhere we go." So, and when I mean someone, let's say we go to Red Robin, I know the general manager. So when we go and sit down, the bill comes, right? The bill says like all of this, and when they come back and give you the check, she's like, "What the heck?" So, you go into these. I don't know if you guys watch The Hills on or Laguna Beach and all these shows that they have going on. When they're out there, we go out there and there's a place called Javier's. So we go in there and I come back and a CEO that I did some work with and I made a lot of money with him. Well, I sold a lot of products for him to make him the money. I still got my share. They were up there, and one of my buddies from the Clippers were up there. And they said, "Oh, you're up here today." Whoop, whoop. I went and got drinks for my wife's friend and stuff. She said, "How is it that you know someone, but people, when you're out there and you've done some stuff out there, that is the way it is." A lot of it has come from sports. I played sports and did my thing. I have a lot of friends that have gone. I've been on the same team with a lot of your favorite NBA players. My dad's friends and played with a lot of your favorite dad's NBA players. I have, yeah. So we got a good connection there with some stuff, and there's people in different areas that we're friends with and family friends. So I was able to not go astray and be a bad person in life to where you don't burn bridges. So, um, got a way to help out in a little bit. That's something out there for a lot of people that don't know. Gig tubers and things that, there are things and there are events that I do get invited to that I can extend out there to other people that happen throughout the year, things like that. So, and this is before I was doing this chat channel here. So, I'm going to be able to go and film in certain spots, and it's going to be on this channel too. So this whole year, I dedicated this whole year to grind. And I'm glad I met Steve. He said, Uber Eats, DoorDash, Energetic Friday, lots of info, Pedro, DoorDash, Santiago interview, and more. That is the one right there. That one right there. I ran into a raccoon, and I like the intro on that one. It starts off positive. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, buddy. Thanks a lot, Steve. Thanks a lot, Steve. Anybody have any questions out there? If you are just joining in, I started off a little early today. I started off at 30 minutes early, but see, people, it's an hour, but we are not done. I just want to start early because of that roundtable that Rideshare did, Steve did, and everything else that I talked about before. So if you didn't get a chance to hear any of that, it's in the very beginning of this. So once you start, everything goes in. You'll catch yourself on up with what's going on. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. But today's a little special one. I've never gone over an hour. Well, actually, I have. My debate with Pedro, my portion was a pretty good penny there. I've been on for 2 hours on a live before. Okay, so I am no stranger to anything. I'm no stranger to being in front of a mic, people. Definitely not that. And I am not a stranger to being on any stage at all. So if you got some heat, you can bring it to me. People, I do not have a channel where you feel you have to go with everything I say. If there's something that you don't agree with, you can put it there inside the box because that makes for the perfect teaching for everyone, so everyone can learn something from everyone out there. If you don't agree, I strongly advise you put some stuff out there. Don't go with everything that's out there. That makes for the best of everything, and that goes into friendships, work relationships, and everything. Sometimes you got to keep stuff way real, okay? And I'm gonna put that on the shirt, way real. That's one of my things that I say, way real. Says I love your content and delivery. I will help blow it up for you. People, you don't understand what that means. And Steve, well, I don't want to tell you now. I'll just wait because you may ask me the question. You may ask me the question on you probably are going to ask me the question. I already know since you're really good at this. I'm not going to go into it. You'll ask me and then I'll answer it at the round table. You know, but yeah, buddy, right there. Let me see. Let me see what else we got going on right here. Let me see. Oh, for you guys who are just in, also, I did go out shooting a little bit. I did a couple of deliveries earlier because today is my half day. I normally do the half day. I normally just like work at night. But I did feel a little urge to get out there this morning. I did a couple of deliveries there, so I got those on. I got a training session from a merchant with their employee that I actually got live, so that's on there. Built some good relations there, and I did get the Poly Pies to do a You're Watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese. And for those of you who have missed, there's a site out there called Twisted Minds for all of the cold cases and files from unsolved mysteries and stuff like that. They're on there. They have 442,000 subscribers. I think is what it said. You can go check up on any case and just let your mind go there. So, hi Steve. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the sub. Thank you so much to Hot Facts. Thank you so much. The more subscribers, the better. More people can hear some more stuff, and that is all great right there. I just want to be able to share a little more. For the people who are new to this channel here, we have a GoFundMe set up. It's set up at Hot Facts with Robert Reese. The money that goes in, it helps towards the gifts for people and giveaways and things like that. It's there to help. So more than one person can win at a time, more than two people. I want to get multiple people to win at a time. I do know we already have out there 3 delivery boxes, 4 gas cards, and In the Glow placard is heading out there to that's heading out there to TFT. That's heading out there to Fresno, California. So he will be receiving that probably by the end of today or tomorrow is when he will be receiving that, people. So there are times when we are throwing out stuff. When you see the walker, there is a walker sighting. Okay, when the video goes up and there's a walker sighting, I will say what you got to do when we see the walker. When my daughter Ava is riding with me, we have Ava's Adventures. How many orders do you think she's going to last for? Whoever guesses it right wins a prize. And of course, we do the normal things that I do. They're all the way up in there. So the GoFundMe is set up at Hot Facts with Robert Reese. And also, if you have Cash App, okay, if you have Cash App, the Cash App is Hot Facts, okay, one word. Cash App, Hot Facts, okay? So that goes in if you ever wanted to go ahead and help. I've had a few people go ahead and chip in and help on out, and people have received some really, really great equipment. And people, I don't mean that you get the little skimpy delivery bags that the companies give you. No, I believe in service and service first, and I want to make sure that you are going to make the most when you are actually out there, okay? So I do not give crap, okay? So actually, on my page, there's a video of Robert B. Drone opening up one of his delivery bags. There's a link there. So what I like to have happen is when people do receive their things, just do a video of you opening it up. I save that. I throw it in the beginning of the channel right there so people can actually see the multiple people opening up the gifts. And if not, the people are always here in the chat and they can always text in and type and do things like that, people. But when I say all you have to do is watch, it is really that simple. There is no twist, no game, no gimmick. The only gimmick is hit subscribe. And that's all the way up front. That's all the way transparent. Okay, I'm not hiding anything from you. I'm not DoorDash, people. I am not DoorDash. And here's what I think DoorDash does with the hiding of the tips. I think that because they in their zones, they always have those peak pay zones and things like that. And there's drivers who have that top driver out there all the time. I personally feel that they don't put in the tip also because they're already putting in the peak. They're putting in what you're getting plus the peak. So they're using that as like, well, that should be enough to get the person to drive. If we show them like this is all it is, and what if they say that's still not enough? Then the person's still not going to take it. So that's that. And for you Door Dashers here, I went over, and I'll go over this again right now, and just in case someone doesn't want to go back and rewind all the way back an hour and 10 minutes into this video right here. The thing with the DoorDash, with the verbiage and how it check out and go back, I've had some drivers talk to me because they know that I have driven for DoorDash for a whole year. I've done that. And this has been going on Uber Eats and all the platforms. When you don't accept orders when they come in, they're just making sure that you are okay. If you cannot actually go out and pick up the orders, then you just hit, check out. If you just were in the bathroom or something, and you just forgot, then you just go ahead and hit go back, and you just go. It's just a way for them to make sure if you are ready to accept orders. Now, when they say your acceptance rate is going to be hit, the more orders you don't take, it's still being hit. That doesn't matter. They're just wording it out there because when you reword things, it just makes it seem like it's fresh. Okay. And when it seems fresh, some people will think that, okay, and that'll get them to take a little bit more orders. But you can still do exactly what you want to do. Okay. Nothing's changed. It's just asking you, do you want to check out or go back and drive? And if you keep, let's say you already did 3, and let's say you do 3 more, they're gonna pause you out for a longer period of time. That's what will happen if you do that double time. They'll pause you out and say, all right, you can check back in like 15 minutes or so. That happens on these apps. So just know it's something that's been going on for a long time. No one takes it that far because people multi-app. You don't have to take it that far. Okay, so that's all it is. Don't be scared or they're forcing us to take orders. You're doing the exact same thing. You're just reading it in another way. Ooh, at the dental appointment, he says, I am putting up a post right now on website with your video above. Thank you so much, Steve. Steve is a great one out there. Steve is a great one out there, people. But yeah, that's all that DoorDash thing is. On Uber, they actually ask you, are you okay? And then they send out a safety message when you're on delivery. Let's say if the restaurant's taking forever, they send you a safety message asking if you're okay. Okay, now when you are just not accepting orders, they just send you a message and it says, are you still accepting offers? You hit stay online or go offline. It's the exact same thing. Nothing changes. So don't think that DoorDash is trying to secretly do this weird thing behind your back. That is not what they are doing, okay? That is not what they are doing at all. You're still doing the same exact job. The only thing difference is if you only work one app, okay, and you get the 3, let's say you go back in and you miss another 3 and go 6, when they time you out, that's going to affect you. Because check this out here. Let's say you're not a top dasher, okay? Let's say you can't just log in anywhere and just drive, and you can go in any zone. You're scheduled to those hours that you said that, I want to work from this time to that time. When you scheduled that dash, which is why I hate DoorDash and I don't like working for them, they make you work on their hours. When you scheduled that dash and they bump you out, they pause you out for an extended period of time. If you can't get back into that dash, then that sucks because now you got to find the next open zone where you can go ahead and make some money in. That sucks right there. But hey, you got to make that top dasher in order to be able to have the option. Okay, so it's gonna affect people that rarely drive, and when they do drive, let's say they only do like 3 hours a week. Okay, they rarely drive, but when they do drive, they only want the best orders. It's going to affect those people because they're not going to be able to just drive at all, and they're going to be like, "Dang, what do I do?" So it's gonna affect them. Okay, so don't worry about nothing. You guys are still doing the exact same thing. Don't get your panties all in a bunch. And for everyone else out there who cannot explain it that simple, please try. Do not try to go into this conspiracy theory about DoorDash and all this other stuff. Hey, I got to keep bringing them these hot facts, Ricky. I got to keep. And people have been asking me, so what is hot facts? And then my cousin said, see, they don't know. He said, everything you are telling them, this is beneficial. Everything is hot off the press. Anything beneficial is hot. He said, this is hot facts, hot facts. And for those of you who don't know, the title Hot Facts with Robert Reese, the reason why that is my title is so I did not corner myself off in and single myself into one box. I did not put all my cherries, all my eggs into one basket. Okay. Like I do work and I do things with the merchants and I do relations with the merchants. That's part of Hot Facts. I'm able to do videos for their restaurants and put their titles on my stuff so that if someone's in an area or if they type in that restaurant, the video that I have will be able to pop up. When I go to the festivals, be able to mingle with the vendors and things like that. That's just trying to get some more pub, get some more interaction and things like that that can help out in a larger scale. I have a big plan for Hot Facts. It's not just this, right? It is this. This is the foundation, but things that's going to help benefit everyone else out there. That's why I said with Hot Facts, this is for, you can use everything here for any business model that you are doing. Everything is here to help, and that's why it's Hot Facts with Robert Reese. This is the title of my show. I'm going to be able to deliver great content that is relevant to everything that Hot Facts is tied into. For the most part, it's going to be tied into community, food, service, and help. That's pretty much it right now. Now, if it gets to a point where someone asks me to come and speak on their show and, they like Hot Facts and things like that, then that's what it's going to do there. But the main thing is Hot Facts is Hot Facts. And Ricky, I'm trying to bring as much Hot Facts as I can because I'm watching a lot of these channels out there, and it seems like the stuff that some people should be saying out there, they're hiding. And I understand that some people say I don't want to give everything out, but there's no such things when we have written books. There's no such thing as keeping everything out. What you take in from the information is what you take in. I just want to make sure I'm giving it all the way out there. And there's people out there who are brand new who really need someone to really break some things down. So I want to be someone that can break some things down to some people all the way so that they can have a really good, great, educated guest on whatever else it is, and it can help them out. I got tired of, being in situations throughout my life where that you're doing something good and someone is not trying to help you out because they see that, yeah, that person right there is actually really good. People try to hold people back, and I don't think that's right. So all I'm trying to do is help people go into the right direction. Okay. And remember, people in this job, you better have some equipment. If you're going out right now today, you don't have no equipment, you know what? You don't have no equipment for the day. You better have some being ordered in, win some here, do something else like that. Do something like that. But we got stuff going out here. And also, there's gonna be, I'm gonna start a thing for brand new drivers where I'll be able to start giving out like starter packs, you know what I mean? So a starter pack for you. It may not be like the giantest box that I will give away in a giveaway, but a little startup thing for you to have. Okay, something else like that. For people that do ride share specifically, they can watch this all the way. When I do my ride share, when I was doing a ride share, I don't drive humans anymore. But when I was doing ride share, my service in my ride share, all the way good. Let me see if I can read a comment. Let me see if I can read a comment off from one of my Uber ride shares because I gotta go log in to my Lyft. I haven't used them. Lyft keeps sending me stuff. I'm a 5-star Lyft driver. They keep sending me stuff in. Come back and drive. Just finish go do your. I don't want to drive people. I don't want to do an inspection. I don't want to drive people anymore. Have people throw up in the car and all type of weird stuff. Let me click here at the top. Let me see. Let me see what someone says. Yeah, I have some great conversations here. Excellent service. Thanks for a nice trip to work. You were so hospitable and made me feel comfortable. you get those from people when you're doing rideshare, but then you'll get people that get out the car and like complain about your trip and you are deactivated. When I do food, no one can get deactivated for the food unless you do something stupid. The food can't talk back. The food can't throw up in my car. It can't slap me. It can't. It can't carjack me. It cannot do any of that stuff. Thank you so much, Steve, right there. Food cannot do any of that stuff. So I said no to people. Now, people do respect you by the way by the way you handle yourself inside that vehicle, but at the same time there's so many videos of people trying to get their rides for free, and once they try to do that driver scam, it's like you get deactivated, and I can't let someone knock off my hustle that's keeping everything afloat, you know what I mean? So i cannot I cannot do that at all. But for all of you who do rideshare, you can learn some very great things from the videos, especially with the interaction with the people. I know when I used to use Lyft before I drove Lyft first and Uber as a passenger, and Lyft was always cheaper to use, so I started driving for them. But you get to learn some stuff, man. You get to learn some stuff. But no more people, everyone. No more people. If you drive people, much power to you. Much power to you. That throw up smelled so bad in my car. I was like, yeah, right. Yeah, right. And then when they don't want to get out your car because they put in the wrong address, and then they let you know right when you get to the address, and they want you to go. No, no, I'm not moving the car, G. I'm not moving the car. And they don't want to get out the car. I hate that. So not doing that. Not doing that. Now, people that just joined in, we had a 60, 62 or $64 in tip alerts. That's for all you people that say no one tips, people don't give cash and things like that. If you hear that consistently in channels that you guys go and step in, I challenge them to come ahead and step in here and see if every day if people just don't start running off tip alerts. And for those of you who don't know, the tip alerts are for when you do a great job and the people actually tip you extra for all the great things that you do. Okay, so that's cash tips, and they tip extra on the apps, people. So when you go through these chats, you'll see that we talk about tip alerts all the time. So for people that say people do not receive tips and people do not tip, boom, no, no, no. And I was also watching the video earlier in the UK, people. In the UK, they do not tip unless the service is superb. And that goes into what I do here. I say I do service over everything, because when you come with the right service, someone will tip you extra. It's the exact same thing. And if a whole nother America does it, because that's the other America, we have to fight to be this America. That's America 1. This is America 2. However you want to say it, we feel differently on where we live. Okay. It's the exact same thing. And they only tip for superb service. Okay. Only for superb service. No one tips at all. They said it has to be great service, which is why I only work for Uber Eats and Postmates. The customer can tip you more based upon your service. Okay. That is the sole, not the sole reason I can work wherever I want, but mainly that's the reason right there. A customer can give me something based upon what they want to give me above what they are actually being locked into. And that was my whole thing. And that was one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to stop DoorDash also, because it was kind of like, yeah, you're just getting this tip and that's it. And no matter what service I do, unless it was unless I'm meeting the person at the door, you know what I mean? I gotta wait for a cash tip, but not, but mm-mm, no, 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 no. Uber is not like that. So I get to make more money just for doing regular things that people don't do. So it's kind of like if someone said, "All right, man, we got these two jobs. They're both driving jobs. This one, you can just go and get it. That's what you're getting paid. Okay. This one, you can get paid more, but you run the risk on them taking it away. If, let's say, the restaurant did something bad and the customer didn't know, they can take that out on the driver. Outside of that, if nothing goes wrong and you do great, they'll give you more on top of that. Someone will say, well, why don't more people sign up for the one where they give you more on top of that? That's the question. people think that you're doing too much, but you're not. You're just doing what the service was designed for. And that's where to each his own comes from. But I respect everyone because we are doing the exact same thing. It's just, do you work for UPS or do you work for FedEx? Do you work for OnTrack? Do you work for DHL? You know what I mean? Do you work for Amazon Prime? You know, which one do you work for? So it all goes down on, and what it really does, it goes down to how it makes sense, how they break down all their information and how you get paid. If it makes sense to you, that's normally the one that the people they travel to when it makes sense. Like I was watching that the round table this morning, and how they were breaking down how the pay is in the UK, and they broke down this insurance thing, which is super. You actually can pay for on time, real time insurance for your vehicle when you're doing deliveries. And they have a managed service agreement. So I don't know if any of you guys knows what a managed service agreement is. Okay, so that's when you go to a place and everything that you need is going to come from that one place. So let's say if you have like a company and you need your internet, you need all these things, you can get everything through them for one price. Okay, and how it sets that up, it's like having a competitive local exchange carrier. Okay, I'm going to talk in a field where some of you guys may not know what I'm speaking on, but a competitive local exchange carrier. Okay, so that's going to be your CLEC if you're dealing with the internet and different hubs and phone lines, VoIP, and all these things like that. So it's kind of like they have one place that all of the delivery apps they actually do work for, and through them, whatever app you're on, the insurance they are able to check if you have insurance for that place, and they're actually able to cover you. So they're like the select going into all the different things and services that you have, and you get that through a managed service agreement here in the US. I have to sell those to a lot of startup companies and things like that. Sell the Microsoft Gold and all those at the same seminars and things. So it's set up in that way for those of you who do know what that is, and for those of you who don't know what that is, okay, that's what it is there. It's set up in a really good way. You can pay for your insurance right then and there. And then they have a company that pays you extra if you're waiting more than 10 minutes. Okay, so I think that one was Just Eat. I think that was Just Eat, because I know they have Deliveroo, Just Eat, they have Uber Eats, and there's one more when I watch their videos. And all the drivers work the exact same ones. But out there, how you hear how they word how they get paid, the drivers out here would not want to go ahead and do that. But I understood exactly what was being said, and it made sense to me. So when it makes sense, you'll go ahead and drive for that company. It's like with Uber. People think that Uber hides what you're going to get paid, but they don't hide what you're going to get paid. They show you when you accept the order. If it says like 15 bucks, that's the whole order, what you're going to get paid. Now, when you go ahead and drop it off, it's only going to say like $8.50. That's the pay without the tip. Okay. When the customer, after that 1 hour ends or whenever they end it, the rest of that goes in. So there's no hiding tips. They're letting you see what you get paid. But I understand that, so I'm able to work with that. Some people don't understand that, so they don't work with that. He said delivery, yeah, delivery, yeah. That's the other one. That's the one there. So they have some really great stuff going on there. But since I understand the since since I understand the since I understand the business aspect of that, I don't know where that came from. I understand the business aspect and the model and how it's set up. I'm able to understand what's going on. And that's a major issue in this industry now, is the transparency. They need to have, like, we all know we have terms of service and all this stuff, but literally they need to have, when you can go into the bookstore and buy baking cake for dummies, building houses for dummies, anything they have one that says dummies on it, right? Because it's so simple. They need to just make one of those. Just make it one of those for whatever company it is. And it'll break it down so easy. because people they don't understand what's going on when all these things are put in place. They don't understand. And the biggest one that's going on is this thing with us, the contractors and getting paid. Now, I like it the way it is right now. Okay, it's like I'm getting the best of both worlds. I get to work as a private contractor, and make whatever I want to make, and still get hourly. Okay, for the hours I'm actually doing that work. Now, there are some people that would start letting that every 2 week thing come in, and it'll slow down how much they're making, so they're not making enough. But if you understand it like me, it's not changing anything in my grind. I'm still gonna go and hit the 1K. I'm still gonna go ahead and hit that. And then I know I'm gonna get like an extra $1,000 in a month just for me doing my regular work. That's it. Now, what's going to happen is too many people do not understand this thing, and they're going to start what they're already starting to do now. People are trying to start driver unions out here, Steve. They're starting, and I'm on this. I'm a recipient. It's called M. It's called M. They text me. I get a text almost every day. Let me see if I have one in here. Let me see. Let me see. Or did I erase them? I probably erased them already because they will flood you. It's like M law or it's something like that. I forgot the abbreviation, but it's the rallies and things that what we did to get the Prop 22 in. But now these people are actually trying to start to get unions put up, and I'm like, no, no unions. No unions. Once a union is put in, employee status is all the way there, and I'm not going to be able to make what I'm making and make the extra. People, no unions. No unions. No unions. That's gonna mess it up right there. They're gonna be like, well, you guys got to be employees. No, unless we have some type of private union that is private and it has nothing to do with whatever. It's just a bunch of gig workers throwing money in one pot, and whenever someone needs some money, they can go ahead and grab. Don't do this. That's when this whole thing is going to go in place, and they're retrying to do what we're making right now, people, because of people like me. I understand what Prop 22 is, and I'm making a whole lot extra on it because I'm doing what I normally do. I understand it. So they want to change it right now because they did not understand it was going to work like this. But how the people in the other places say, or even in its own state, they don't understand Prop 22 and they don't understand how to use it. I understand how to use it perfectly, and they're trying to switch it out from what it is because of people like me. I take full advantage of grinding, getting my grind on, and bringing it in. See, Steve said, he said, I did an interview with Vina Duval, who is a professor of law at UC Hastings and a drafter on abs. That was a good one, because I do not like unions. Okay, bam, bam. I'm gonna go ahead and check that one out. Okay, I'm glad you said that, Steve. And you probably agree with what I just said, though. So that's he doesn't agree with the unions people. That's how it starts going into this weird stuff, man. That's how it starts going weird. But there are some people who would want people who are lazy, who don't drive full time, are gonna want a union or something like that, to where they just know that no, we want this to be an independent contractor and a private contractor the way we are doing it, because we go out there and make it for ourselves. We got the grind like that. Says Matt Kennedy. Hi, Robert. Just found your channel on Uber Lyft driver's website. Okay, yes. Enjoying the video now. I am subscribed to you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the subscription. If you can go ahead, and thank you a lot, Steve. You can go ahead and share this out. I am here to give you the real stuff right there. And right now, you just jumped in. We're speaking about these the unions and things like that. And but for the people that work like us, who are real, we really work for ourselves, and this is what we do. We have to make the most of what we do when we're out there, and we don't want someone to take that away. So People, if you are listening, okay, if you are listening, you got to think about it. If you are on the fence and you are part-time and then real part-time doing this job, you may want to drive the job and see what you can actually make before you start making your opinions or casting your votes and doing all that stuff. Because when Prop 22 was voted in, it was the opposite at first. So many people were against it. It took a long time for it to get voted in. Then when it did get voted in, it was like Steve said, it was a 3 million plus on top. Now, people, think about that. We can't lose all those people and go the opposite way. We got to keep you guys right where you are, okay? Now we are approaching it. It's 3:04. We went past an hour and a half, started off a little bit early. Thank you guys for tuning in with me. This is Hot Facts with Robert Reese. You've been watching 2 p.m., 3 p.m., Monday through Friday daily, folks. But this was a special one. It was an hour and a half. Share this one with the people out there. A lot of great information in this one. See you guys later.